ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്. ചാറ്റ് ഇപ്പോ എങ്ങനെ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്തിന്? ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്. ലിറ്റിൽ ബ്രോ ഹലോ, വെൽക്കം വെൽക്കം വെൽക്കം. വിളിക്കാം മക്കളെ. എങ്ങനെയാണ്? രണ്ടേ 100 എത്തിക്കണം. 2 100 എത്തും തോന്നുന്നു, എത്തായൊന്നുമില്ല. ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ്, ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ്. ബ്രോ സുഖം സുഖം. ലൈവ് ഇടാണ്ട് OBS ലൈവ് പോകുന്നില്ല, എന്തോ ഫോർബിഡൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ എറർ കാണിക്കുന്നു. മറ്റേ ഇപ്പൊ സ്ട്രീം കീ വെച്ചാ ലൈവ് ഇടുന്നത്.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സുഖല്ലേ? എന്താ നിങ്ങളെ ഗെയിം പ്ലേയിൽ എനിക്ക് കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ആയോ?
Oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Safe, okay.
There's the whistle. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Casemiro. He gives them some real defensive steel in the middle of the park, Peter. What he's particularly good at is nipping opposition attacks in the bud and preventing them from getting any real momentum going. He's also a bit of a shooting threat from long range too. So opposing defenses will have to beware of that, and very much so.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now, can they get him away? Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Translate to Analo.
First in the game for either side, actually.
എനിക്ക് ജാപ്പനീസാ കാണുന്നത്. എന്താ അങ്ങനെ കാണുന്നത്?
Laid out to the left flank. That's going across goal.
അതിപ്പോ എവിടുന്ന് ഓഫാക്കുക?
Now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Haaland. And this is Totti.
ഞാൻ ആദ്യമായിട്ട് യൂട്യൂബ് വഴി ഇടുന്ന, അപ്പൊ എനിക്ക് വലിയ പിടുത്തല്ല.
Zanetti. And here's Del Piero. And here's Messi. And he was alert to it. Big chance! Goal! Bayer
ട്രാൻസ്ലേഷൻ
Leverkusen!
എവിടുന്ന് ഓഫാക്കുക?
And it's Bayer Leverkusen who take the lead. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് ഒരു
Finding
മിനിറ്റ്.
themselves unexpectedly behind. Knocks it into space. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Totti.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Hazard. And here's Haaland. Played out towards the right wing. Haaland. Shot a goal!
അതിന് ഓഫാക്കാം.
But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed.
I don't
with
know,
that,
like,
Peter.
when
You would have
shit.
fancied him to at least hit the target.
ആടാ ഇത് കാണുന്നില്ലടാ. കസ്റ്റമൈസേഷൻ. ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്. ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം.
Now it's Messi. And it's Del Piero. Eto'o. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Desai spots it and intercepts. Pirlo is always scanning the pitch for targets. Threads one in. Eto'o unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Distributed tidily. Ribery going face to face with his great rival. Ribery finding himself in space. Thuram is there and he... Hazard! That's it! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they want
മൈൻഡ് മൊത്തം
another.
ഇപ്പോൾ ട്രാൻസ്ലേഷനിലാണ്.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Wan-Bissaka. And here's Ribery. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Eto'o. Haaland. Oh, good spread. Now it's Ribery. Ribery. There's the header! And he thumps it clear. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides
എടാ
want to do,
ഇപ്പൊ
Peter.
ഒന്ന് സെർച്ച്
I
ചെയ്ത് നോക്കടാ.
suspect both
ഇപ്പൊ ഒന്ന്
will
ചാറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് നോക്ക്.
continue with
ശരിയായില്ലേ?
their respective approaches.
ഹായ്
Give or
അഫ്ലു
take
ബ്രോ,
the
ഞാൻ
odd
വേറൊരു
fine
സാധനം ശരിയും കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു ചാറ്റിന്റെ.
Well, it's been intriguing
റേറ്റിംഗ്
stuff so far,
2000
and it's 1-1 at the break.
അല്ല
Both teams hoping for a
2010
pick-me-up in the second
2022
half.
അങ്ങനെ എന്തോ.
And so we're off again. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Casemiro over to the right flank. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really
Lucky.
well and stopped it.
Now it's Totti. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Del Piero. Oh, super! There's the shot! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he
Title
reminds
bro,
us
appo
of his wonderful
ശരിയായില്ലേ?
skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Bayer Leverkusen leading now. And it's Pirlo. Schlotterbeck proves too strong, too smart. And he cuts out the supply. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the
ശരിയായി
pass
ശരിയായി
wasn't good
ഇപ്പൊ
enough,
കറക്റ്റ്
and
വരുന്നില്ലേ?
he knows it.
He won't be happy with that one.
ഞാനങ്ങ് ഓഫാക്കി.
Now it's Hazard. And this is Ribery. Desai deals with that comfortably.
Norway really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
ഓ കുറച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് അടിച്ചാൽ മതിയെന്നു.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
എനിക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റില്ല, നിനക്ക് മാത്രമേ കാണാൻ പറ്റൂ. ഇപ്പൊ
Into
ചാറ്റ്
the last
കറക്റ്റ്
quarter
വരുന്നുണ്ട്.
of an hour. Hazard has it out wide and in space, showing good feet. Oh, what has happened here? And it's claimed by the keeper.
Norway really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
It's Totti! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a
ആക്സിലറേഷൻ ബസ് ഒന്നും
significant moment.
മാർക്കാവണില്ല.
And here's Haaland, and this is Totti. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. He's played it back, and that could set him on his way.
Bayer Leverkusen nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And this is Drogba.
There will be 1 minute added
That has been
time.
slung wide. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows to set out.
ആ 2040 ലിങ്ക് ഒന്ന് അയച്ചു കൊടുക്കട്ടെ നമ്മുടെ ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ. Hi watching guys, do like the stream.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway. What are you making of this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, the formation that was once the staple diet of the Italian game and still holds its place.
It's Son Heung-min! Off the post! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Pinches it off him. Aims beyond the defence.
Lothar Matthäus is going to have a huge influence here, Peter.
Well, it's hard to argue with that. In any game at any time, he is as influential as they come. Bullish header! He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Son Heung-min is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. And he was alert to it.
Bayer Leverkusen are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Just eases him off the ball. Hazard has created one goal already. Distributed tidily. Schneider. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Pirlo. Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Zanetti. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Goes for a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And that's a sharp finish. Bayer Leverkusen back on level
അടിച്ചു കണ്ടോ എന്ത് മറ്റോടത്ത ഗോളാണ് ഞാൻ എത്ര നേരം എന്തൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു മ്യൂട്ടായിട്ട്.
But even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Hazard, a player who needs no introduction. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Threads one in. Messi.
സത്യം ഒരുമാതിരി ഗോളാ സത്യം.
This is the time you need that pace.
എടാ
that is not the best ball.
ഇന്നലെ ചങ്ങായി നൈസിൽ സെലിബ്രേഷൻ ഇട്ടങ്ങ് വെറുപ്പിക്കുക.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Messi. Oh, the movement is slick.
എടാ പൂച്ചിലെ കളി കളിക്കില്ല കേട്ടാ.
Slippery. The defense though.
എടാ ഇത് എന്തൊരു
There was to be only one.
എന്റെ മിസ് തന്നെയാണ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല.
Excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
എടാ ഇത് വെറും മിസ് പാസ് ആണ് കളിക്കുന്ന എനിക്ക് 3 ബാക്ക് വരുമ്പോ ഭയങ്കര സ്ട്രഗിൾ ആവുന്നു. എന്താ പ്രശ്നം എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല.
There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. the manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose.
Can he finish? Remarkable powers of recovery.
ചക്ക ഗോൾ
Yeah, and
ചക്ക.
it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games,
പുതിയ
it's so
പാക്ക് ഉണ്ട്
tempting to
12.
maybe get a
എനിക്കധികം
little
പിടിച്ചില്ല.
sorry for
എല്ലാം പഴയ
yourselves, but
മറ്റേ
there's none of that.
ലാമൊക്കെ പഴയത് റീസൈക്കിൾ ചെയ്ത് വന്നേക്കുന്നു.
Simplicity
സ്റ്റാറ്റ്സ്
itself.
ഒരേപോലെ.
Way too good, Peter.
എല്ലാം
Too
ഒരേപോലെ.
quick, too smart for that defence. We were made to look a little lost.
അല്ല
In
അവൻ
all
കറങ്ങട്ടെ.
honesty.
It is compelling, this utterly shot a goal. And he looked
പാക്ക് നൈസാ.
every bit the
പക്ഷെ
assured
മറ്റവനും
keeper there.
സ്കിപ്പ് ചെയ്യാൻ എനിക്ക്
Really looked sharp
തോന്നുന്നു.
there, didn't he? That's very well played.
ഞാൻ വേണമെന്നുണ്ടായിനാ. ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ നല്ലതാണ്. ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ പറയില്ല പോവാൻ. ഞാൻ പിന്നെ അവിടെ അറ്റാക്കിംഗ് ഫുൾ ബാക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കാത്തോണ്ടേ ഒന്നും കിട്ടിയില്ല. ആരേലും തന്നാ എത്ര കോയും പോയി.
And a header.
എൻ്റെ അമ്മോ.
Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Benatia is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
ആ CB ഇപ്പൊ ഇങ്ങനെ കടിക്കും. ഇന്ത്യയിലുണ്ട്. എത്ര കോയും പോയടാ. റൂഫൺ
Well,
പാക്ക്.
I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Zanetti. Now it's Del Piero. That's good play. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Cross goes in there. That has been knocked clear. Schneider could move up
ഒരു
again
ഗോൾ
here.
ഞാൻ മണക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
Great vision. Bayer Leverkusen can breathe again. Just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
എടാ കൊണപ്പിച്ചു.
Now that's well seen too.
2,700. ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി ആ കളിക്കാം. ഒരു കളി കളിക്കാം. എന്തായാലും ഒരു
Tries to pass it through.
മയില്
And there's a goal.
ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി കളിക്കാം. 2,500 പോയില്ലേ.
Themselves in front. Oh, beautifully
മൂന്ന് സ്പിന്നില്ലേ.
dispatched. There was no reaching
മൂന്നാണോ?
that.
3.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
സീനില്ല. വിങ് പടയ്ക്ക.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
നമ്മക്ക് ഒരു വിഷയമല്ല. അതാ അവനെ പഠിക്കും.
Number 10.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 13.
Well, this is what
സോറി
we've been
മാസ്
waiting for.
കാണിച്ചതാ.
Number 11.
Lampard is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every
Number
right to be.
8. Trossard. Number 7.
Well, the defence
Kvaratskhelia.
just about
Number
came out on
9.
top, but they were so
Cruyff.
tested.
Substitution in progress.
എൻ്റെ അമ്മോ.
Szoboszlai. Now it's Owen. He's picked his way through.
ആരെങ്കിലും അത് പന്തെടുക്കടാ.
Good foray he's making. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
ഈ കളി മൂഞ്ചിയ പോലെ തോന്നുന്നുണ്ട്.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Bayer Leverkusen clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always...
Tries a shot!
They've
done it again!
അഫ്ലിബോർ ഇതിന് കളിക്കാം. എന്തായാലും കളിക്കാം. ഇതെന്തായാലും മൂഞ്ചിരിക്കുക.
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
ഓടാ ക്രൈഫ് എവിടെ എന്റെ സ്പീഡ്.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to.
And the finish!
കുമ്പിക്കോട്ടോ ഇനി ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ വരരുത്.
Oh, that could be pivotal. So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
ഓഫ് സൈഡ്
How
ഓഫ് സൈഡ്.
easy did he make that look? That is
ഏതല്ലേ
supreme.
ഡബിൾ ടച്ച് ബാറ്റിസ്റ്റ്യൂട്ടന്റെ. എടാ ക്ലിപ്പ് ചെയ്യാൻ മറന്നടാ. ഇപ്പൊ ഇതിന്ന് എടുക്കാം.
Forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this. But has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
ആ സൂപ്പർ ഇട്ടാ മച്ചാനെ.
Diouf shapes to shoot. And that's it. They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort.
എത്ര
Fall
ഗോളാലേ.
behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. So a game of thrills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what might have beens, but eventually we have a winner.
Bayer Leverkusen really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are barely able to move. They squeezed every ounce of energy out of themselves to get this result. And congratulations to them.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my
Can.
co-commentator
Don't
Jim
knock
Beglin.
it.
A very good evening to you all.
അഫ്ലു ബ്രോ കളിച്ചാലോ? മാപ്പ് ഇടാം. പ്ലാൻ ടൂട്ടി കളിക്കണ്ടോ? അതില് ടീമിലൊന്നും വന്നിട്ടില്ല ഞാൻ. അതാണ് കളിക്കണം എന്നൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. ഞാൻ റിസർവിലുണ്ടല്ലോ. റിസർവാണ് ഞാൻ. മറ്റേ സംഭവം ഇല്ലേ, ബുക്കിങ്ങിന്റെ സംഭവം, അതിനകത്തുണ്ട് ഞാൻ. PWK മിത്ത് വലിയ പുള്ളിയാണ് തോന്നുന്നു. ഓയ്യോ. ആ ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ, വരൂ വരൂ വരൂ. നിങ്ങൾ ഈ 700 റാങ്ക് ഒക്കെ ഉള്ളവർ വന്നാൽ നമ്മൾ തൂറി പോവില്ലേ? റാങ്ക് മാത്രം ഉള്ളൂടാ, നോ കളി. അത് ചുമ്മാ. കാക്കാ പാറ്റ് മാറ്റിയിട്ട് കളിക്കാം.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi, everyone, and thanks, Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
അവിടെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഫേക്ക് പഠിച്ചാൽ മതി.
And here's Baggio. Oh, well played, lovely. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, important interception. Messi with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Roberto Baggio clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And this is Drogba. Drogba!
Oh, double touch വന്നില്ല.
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Drogba actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner.
Huh?
Oh, he's shot a
Huh?
goal!
എന്തുവാടേ?
Rosario have the chance to go the other way. Neither side yet able to find the net. Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. He's through here.
മറ്റോടത്തെ
Too much
പാസ്സായി
on it,
പോയി.
and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And here's Drogba.
Drogba really needed to
ഭാഗ്യം,
concentrate on
ഭാഗ്യക്കളി.
protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
എടാ അത് മൂഞ്ചി.
Roberto Baggio. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
എസ് എന്താ പടേ?
Messi. Now, can they get him away?
എടാ അത് എന്താ മൊത്തം ഒരു പാള് ആണല്ലോ.
Pirlo to Hazard, and claimed it back swiftly. Zambrotta. And here's Eto'o. It's Baggio!
ഓ നല്ല ഗോള്.
Goal!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Rosario have taken, and that signals the end of the first period. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Bayer Leverkusen come in at
അത്ര വലിയ player
half-time
ആണ്.
on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
കിടിലം.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half
എന്താ
very soon.
കാലൊക്കെ പാടാ
The
മാനത്തെത്തിയിരുന്നു.
second half is up and running.
Bayer Leverkusen can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even...
Roberto Baggio!
Oh,
Played out
bullshit.
wide. Tries to cross. Diving header! He will be livid with himself. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Hazard.
ഓ
Can he get
പ്ലക്ക്
on the
കിട്ടി.
end of this? And this is Hazard. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Messi. Could move up a gear here. And no, he's seen through all of that.
എന്തുവാടെ കാണിക്കുന്നത്?
And it's Hazard. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. Okay, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up
Yeah.
their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Bayer Leverkusen really are going for it here, Peter.
Just the keeper in his... It's Eto'o!
ഓ
And that's a good finish.
ഏയ്.
And this is getting better and
അഫ്ലി ബ്രോ
better.
ഇങ്ങനെ അടിക്കല്ലേ, നമുക്ക് വലിയ കളിക്കാനൊന്നും
And
അറിയില്ല.
the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
നല്ല കളി
Yeah,
നല്ല കളി.
when you're hit on the counter attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Substitution for Leverkusen, number 19, Peeler.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 11,
Rosario are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Del
You
Piero.
can
ആള്
really
മാറിപ്പോയി.
sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now
Coming
they
on
have
the
it.
field, number 17, Frank Lampard. Number 6, Batistuta.
And here's Cruyff.
Number
Oh,
7,
pluck.
Now it's Aubameyang.
Number
And into the
22,
grateful arms of the keeper. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an
progress.
intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
There's much frustration as
എന്താണ്
to the
മുത്തേ?
lack of a touch to finish that off.
Oh, good-looking ball. Aimed beyond the defence.
ആയ്.
He's got away. And a chance! That's
Yeah.
another chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting.
എടേ
And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Some
ഭാഗ്യമില്ല,
heroic
ഭാഗ്യമില്ല.
goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about...
Hazard!
അതും ഭാഗ്യമില്ല. അയ്യോ.
Outstanding save to keep that out. It's their second corner of the game.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Batistuta, looking to play him in. Ball swung in.
ഗുഡ് ഗെയിം ബ്രോ.
And that's the keeper's ball. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were...
ഞാൻ വന്ന് പ്ലക്കിങ്ങള്. ഒന്നൂടെ കളിക്കാം. ഇത് ലോഡാവണില്ലല്ലോ. ഓക്കെ കളിക്കാം. ഓക്കെ. എന്തോ സെർവർ എന്തോ ചിലപ്പോൾ ഉണ്ടാവും. ഏറ്റവും പോയി വന്നു. ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടാവലുണ്ട്, സാധാരണ പുള്ളി എപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ടാവലുണ്ട്. ഞാനുണ്ട്, ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട് ചെങ്ങായി, ഇതൊക്കെ ഒളിഞ്ഞിരുന്ന് കാണുകയാണ്. കള്ളനാണ് കള്ളൻ. കുറച്ച് സബ് ഒപ്പിക്കണം. ഒരു മൂന്നല്ല എത്ര വേണ്ടെന്ന് നോക്കട്ടെ, ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്.
Welcome to
ഒരു
those
13
who
സബ്
have
എങ്ങാണ്ട്
joined
വേണം
us all
എനിക്ക്.
here on
കറക്റ്റ്.
a beautiful clear evening. The conditions contributing to a
യെസ്,
fantastic
ഒരു
atmosphere in the
11 സബ്
stands.
വേണം
This
ഇതാവാൻ
really
ഇതാവാൻ
is the place to be.
300 ആവാൻ. പക്ഷെ
I'm
സബൊന്നും
Peter
ഇപ്പോൾ
Drury,
വരുന്നില്ല.
and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Colours vivid and
Oh,
vibrant,
shit.
songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is
ഒരു
well and
ലാഗുള്ള
truly
മാതിരി
set.
തോന്നലാണോ ആവോ?
So things are underway. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Rosario with their first corner, the first in the game for a header.
അയ്യോ,
He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And it's
അങ്ങനത്തെ
Sambrasa.
അടിയൊന്നും അടിക്കല്ലേ, എങ്ങനെ പേടിയാവും.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That is good alertness.
സൂപ്പർ ഫസ്റ്റ് ടച്ച്.
Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course.
And Del
ഐ,
Piero!
അതെന്ത് അയ്യടാ.
Del Piero really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking
എങ്ങടാ
his own
പോയി,
head
ഏത്
in
കാട്ടിക്കാണോ
disappointment.
പോയത്? എപ്പേ നീ എന്താ ഇവിടെ?
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Messi, very much a man of this moment.
അത്ര സ്പീഡ് ഉണ്ടോ ഈ മെസ്സിക്ക്?
Still goalless. And here's the chance to counter. Messi going face to face with his great rival. Messi. Oh, nice touch. Crosses it in. Oh, off the
അയ്യോ,
post.
എടാ ഗോളാവണില്ലടാ.
Oh, nearly, but not quite. Oh, good climb. In it
എടാ
goes again.
ഇതെന്താണ്?
And now they can spring out of defence. And he's managed to get free. Zanetti. And here's Drogba. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shifted it to the flank. And it's played in. That's the keeper's
എടാ,
goal. Pirlo couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
ഒരു ഭാഗ്യമില്ലല്ലോ, എന്ത് പറ്റിയാവോ?
It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. And it's Baggio. Roberto Baggio. Rijkaard. And here's Baggio. It's Baggio!
നല്ല ഡിലേ ഉണ്ടല്ലോടാ. ഇത്ര ഡിലേ ഞാൻ വെക്കാറില്ല. അതാണ് മറ്റേ കൊടുത്തപ്പോ ആയതോ. ലോ തന്നെയാണല്ലോ നടക്കുന്നത്. എത്ര ഷോട്ടാടാ എടുത്തു, ഒന്നും ഗോളാവണില്ല.
There will
Zanetti.
be 1 minute added time.
Knocks it into space. Great vision. And this is Del Piero. Decent
Oh.
chance!
മുക്കിത്തൂറി ഗോളായി.
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give us
ഫസ്റ്റ്
the
ടൈം
ultimate
അടിച്ചില്ലെങ്കിൽ
lift
പാളയം
before
ചെയ്തു.
the break. Now we can...
And that is indeed the final act. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Bayer Leverkusen up by 1 goal
And a
at the
quick
halfway
reminder
point.
today to please take all
Yeah, I like the
deductibles
fact that there
located
was a
by the
genuine
entrance
flow
gates.
to this
Thank
game,
you
as
very
well
much
as
for your
intent.
cooperation.
But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Bayer Leverkusen looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. And we are back underway.
Bayer Leverkusen can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
ഒറ്റ പൊട്ടിക്കല് അത് എടാ കളയല്ലേ.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zanetti, the man synonymous with solidity. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
ഹായ് ഒരു ഡബിൾ ടച്ച് കൂടി ഇടായിരുന്നു.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
എടാ അത് എങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ഡ്രിബിൾ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റൂ.
Roberto!
ആ!
It's a goal! They have hauled themselves right
അബ്ദുൾ
back
റഹ്മാൻ
into it.
ആടാ ഒന്നുകൂടി കളിക്കാം, അതിന്
And that
കളിക്കാം.
comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect
Yo.
when you have so much class from both sides.
ഛെ,
The next
ഈ-
goal is going to be so significant.
Rijkaard
എടാ,
simply
pass
refused
കൊടുക്കടാ.
to be outdone there. And that is well cleared. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He's taking on the lot of them.
ആ സൂപ്പർ
Messi,
പാസ്.
not one to pass up the chance to run at the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
എടാ ഈ ഡബിൾ ടച്ച് ആണ് ഇപ്പൊ പാടുന്നത്.
Good looking ball.
മൊത്തം പാളലാണ്.
Mbappe running with the ball. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് ഫാസ്റ്റ് സൂപ്പർ സൂപ്പർ
Rosario
നല്ല കളി കളിക്കും, നല്ല
clearly
കളി, നല്ല
are
കളി.
pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very
And Del Piero!
ഏയ്
And no! He had
മാറ്റിച്ച
to.
വിളിച്ചു.
And yet he could not.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Oh, there's a probing ball. He's going to
Oh,
be disappointed
bullshit.
with that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. And here's Mbappe. Pirlo.
എടാ സ്വിച്ച് ആവടാ.
And here's Baggio.
അത് ഗോളാ.
Roberto Baggio! Oh, wow, that's crazy!
ടൺ
Oh,
ടൺ
that
ടൺ
has
ടൺ
got
ടൺ
to be
ടൺ
it!
ടടൻ.
This has to be it! And he stuck it away as if
ചെങ്ങായി എന്താ
laser
കളി,
guided.
ഒരു
Just
രക്ഷയില്ല.
way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
സത്യം. എന്താ സടാസാടിനോടൊക്കെ പോവാൻ പറ. രാജ്യം കൊള്ളാം. എന്താ അടി, എന്താ ഡ്രിബിളിങ്, ഒന്നും പറയാനില്ല.
Substitution for Leverkusen, number 19, Pirlo.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 23,
Rosario
എടാ പ്ലക്കല്ലടാ.
found the way forcibly.
number 9,
Now they must hold out.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition
I miss
try
passing.
tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely
എടാ നല്ല
done.
കളി.
And that will be it. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A
Good
position
game, bro.
of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their...
അബ്ദുറഹ്മാൻ കളിക്കാണ്ടോ? അൻസർക്ക പോയോ അറിയില്ല. അൻസർക്ക് അവിടെ ഉണ്ടോന്ന് അറിയില്ല. ഇല്ല പോയി. ഇല്ല, ഉണ്ടാവും, ചാറ്റിലുണ്ടാവും. ഏഴലി ഏഴലിയായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ കളി. ഇത് അബ്ദുറഹ്മാനാണോ? ആയിരിക്കും തോന്നുന്നു. ആവട്ടെ. ആ ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ, കളിക്കാം കളിക്കാം. നൈസ് ടീമാണല്ലോ. പിയറോ വേഴ്സസ് പിയറോ.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well, and Messi!
Andiamo!
Messi! Oh, that is beautiful!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good. Very good.
And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't... And the shot! And a neat finish. Not one, but two. It is a great shot. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper...
Shevchenko!
Set goal.
And that's a sharp finish. Right back in the game. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. France cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And Shevchenko! Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mateus can see things others simply cannot.
ആംഗിൾ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ നല്ല ഗോളായിരുന്നു.
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. And he's in on goal. And a chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now it's Del Piero. Drogba.
എടാ ഇത്ര ഹെവി ടച്ച് എടുക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ എല്ലാവരും?
De Bruyne. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That is ended up in no man's land. Knocks it out wide. Tries to pass it through. Mateus. Nicely weighted ball. Great, can he finish?
Good finish.
No mistake.
ഇല്ല അൽഫാമ്. ഏറ്റിൽ ബ്രോ എവിടെയായിരുന്നു? ഒരു കിടിലൻ ഗോള്. ഞാൻ ഹൈലൈറ്റ് കാണിച്ചു തരാം.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable
ഒരു സാധനം പോണുണ്ട്.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Chance for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's Thuram. And this is Messi. Goes for a shot! Zanetti. Zanetti got a long way forward to join the attack. Thuram spots it and intercepts. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there.
There will be 3 minutes
Evident
added time.
annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Shevchenko. And that brings the first half to a close.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they
ഏറ്റൊരു ബ്രോ
should
കാണിച്ചു കണ്ടോ
impose
കണ്ടോ കണ്ടോ കണ്ടോ
themselves
കണ്ടോ
even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Bayer Leverkusen claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals. Up
സാധനം
by
റീപ്ലേയിൽ
3-1
കാണണം
at
പന്ത്
half-time.
പോയതോടെയും കണ്ടില്ല.
So we're off again.
റീൽ ഇറക്കണം അതിന്റെ.
Del Piero going face to face with his great rival. Del Piero. Desai did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Zanetti. Might be danger here. Shapes to shoot.
Oh, nice save.
And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it
ഇറക്കണം,
and
ഇറക്കണം,
dealing
ഇറക്കണം.
with it.
Is their
ഒരു
second
സ്നൈഡറിന്റെ റീൽ
corner of the
ഇറക്കണം, അത്
game.
നല്ല രസമുണ്ട്.
France have the chance to go the other way. Schlotterbeck getting this one clear. Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. It's run loose here.
വീട്ടിലും ഡ്രിബിളിംഗ് ആയിരുന്നു, പക്ഷെ അവിടെ
Now
നിന്നാണ്
it's
പ്ലക്കി.
Mbappe. Almost an hour gone. Has a look and plays it forward. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Mbappe.
Drogba really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's Del Piero. Del Piero will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pirlo. Now it's Drogba. Drogba
Hey.
gets on his bike and on the move.
വെട്ടി.
And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Pirlo. Mbappe simply refused to be outdone there. That is a great pick out. Desai wins the duel this time. Pirlo. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Zanetti. Zanetti. Mbappe!
അത് കുറച്ചുകൂടി ഉള്ളിലേക്ക് വന്നിട്ട് ഇറക്കിയാണ് ചെയ്തത്.
Smashing
നമ്മൾ
delivery.
ഡിവിഷൻ
Just
കൊന്ന
didn't do
എത്തിക്കണ്ടേ.
enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Oh, that was vital. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the idea was a good one. Could be danger here.
പ്ലക്കൽ വാങ്ങുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇത് ഈ ബാക്കിൽ നിന്ന് പ്ലക്ക് വാങ്ങണതാണ് മെയിൻ പ്രശ്നം.
Xavi Alonso. And no, he's seen through all of that. And it's Eto.
പിന്നെയും പ്ലക്കി.
Marquinhos has given away a free kick.
ചുമ്പായല്ലോ.
Marquinhos has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card.
എടാ ഹെവി ടച്ച്.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
ഗുഡ് ഗെയിം എടാ അബ്ദുറഹ്മാൻ ബ്രോ, ഗുഡ്
So
ഗെയിം.
that's it. It is all over. Bayer Leverkusen can probably lay claim to the title.
ഏയ് റിസ്വാൻ ബ്രോ എവിടെ? എന്റെ വിവരമില്ലല്ലോ കോളേജ് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട്. ഞങ്ങളിപ്പോ ഇച്ചിരി സീനാണ്, തേർഡ് ഇയേഴ്സ് ആയതുകൊണ്ടേ. തേർഡ് ഇയേഴ്സ് ആണ്ട് ഇച്ചിരി സീനാ. ക്ലാസ്സിലൊന്നും പിള്ളേർ കയറൂല. എന്നിട്ട് ഞാനും കുറച്ച് ചെക്കന്മാരും ഉണ്ടാവും, പിന്നെ കുറച്ച് പെണ്ണുങ്ങളും. ബാക്കിയാരും കേറൂല, തേർഡ് ഇയേഴ്സ് ആയതുകൊണ്ടേ. നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഡിവിഷൻ തിരിട്ടൊക്കെ തിരിച്ചു കിടക്കാം. എൻജോയ് എൻജോയ്. എന്ത് കൊണച്ച ക്ലാസ്സും ഞാൻ പറയുന്നില്ല. ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ജാവയ്ക്ക് പുതിയ ആളാണ്. ടൈം ടേബിളിൽ വൈന്ന് മാത്രമുണ്ട്. ടീച്ചർ വലിയൊരു പറയില്ല. ഇത്രയും നേരം ഒരു മാസം കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ജാവ കൊടുത്തിട്ടില്ല. ഇവ അടുത്ത ആഴ്ച പിന്നെ വാലുവേഷനാ. കോമഡിയാണ്. അടിപൊളി. പിന്നെന്താ മുത്ത്? എന്നിട്ട് എത്രണ്ണാ ചേരാൻ വരുന്നത് അറിയും? ഞങ്ങൾ ആട്ടലാണ്. എടാ വരണ്ട പറയും ഞാൻ. എന്തിനാണ് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് പൂച്ചിച്ചിന് പറയും ഞാൻ കണ്ടൈന. അബ്ദുറഹ്മാൻ ബ്രോ, ഗുഡ് ഗെയിം. ആരാട്ടെ അവസാല്. അബ്ദുറഹ്മാൻ ബ്രോ, ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. എല്ലാ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബേഴ്സിനും ആവശ്യമുണ്ട്. കളിക്കാരൻ, ഹായ് ബ്രോ, വെൽക്കം ടു ദ ലൈവ്.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Leverkusen.
കളിക്കാരൻ പുതിയതാണെങ്കിൽ സബ് ചെയ്യുക. ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കുക, സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുക നമ്മളെ. ബ്രോയുടെ ഒപ്പം യൂട്യൂബർ ആണ്.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger fullback
combinations
can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not,
വലിയ
Peter,
യൂട്യൂബർ
we
ആണെന്ന്
even
കുറെ
did that
ആൾക്കാർ
back in my
വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ.
day.
ഒരെണ്ണം വാങ്ങി.
And the finish! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to...
Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this?
എല്ലാവർക്കും വെൽക്കം. അതെന്നാ പരിപാടിയാടാ?
That is good progress on the left. Oh, that's fabulous. Del Piero in a... Del Piero! Oh, it rattles the bar. He is just caressing the ball. Pirlo. Oh, lovely
Pirlo,
feeling. Is
അതല്ല
such a
ഞാൻ
good
ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്.
mover. Maldini
Godwin's
did well to
Titan ആണ്
emerge
വെയിറ്റിംഗ്.
with the
അയ്യോ,
ball.
ടൈറ്റൻസ്
That's
ആണോ?
a contest to keep an eye on.
നമ്മളൊക്കെ ചെറിയ പ്ലേയേഴ്സ് ആണ്.
Bayer Leverkusen are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Messi going forward. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
എടാ, ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച സാധനങ്ങളൊന്നും വരുന്നില്ല കേട്ടോ.
To Thuram. Half an hour played now. Passes short and
അടുത്തവും വാങ്ങി. അയ്യോ,
special. That is a special
എന്തായാലും
goal.
നല്ല കളി, പുള്ളി നല്ല കളി.
Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. You don't keep those outs. He knew. He just knew.
And you can see he meant every bit of that,
ശെട്ടികളി.
Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy
Ah, pass
themselves to
കൊടുക്കടാ.
go and wrap things up.
And here's Messi. Good read, needed to be. Eto.
ഒക്കെ അവന്റെ കാലുമേക്ക് തന്നെ പോകുന്നുണ്ട്, അതുകൊണ്ട് കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Messi. Rijkaard. So, temporary halt to the action. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
അറ്റാക്ക് വരുന്നില്ല, അതാ
I think
പ്രശ്നം.
things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to
Please
resist
refrain from
change
talking
at this
outside
stage.
this stadium.
Well,
Thank you
that
very
is
much
the
for
first
your
half done,
cooperation.
and we are ready for what follows in the second. We're on the move again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
ഓ, നല്ല ഗോള്, നല്ല ഗോള്, നല്ല ഗോള്.
Oh, how's that for a
ഇക്ക ബ്രോ,
goal?
നമ്മുടെ യൂട്യൂബറിന്റെ ഒക്കെ പോയി കളി തരണ്ടേ?
Really is a finish of the highest order. Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them
എടാ,
guess
ബ്രേക്ക് ഇട്.
the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
ദേവ് ബ്രോ ഹലോ,
Shift in momentum,
ബസ്
perhaps.
കളിക്കാരൻ ബ്രോ
The
ഹലോ,
manager
ഓവൻ
must have
ബ്രോ
given
ഹലോ.
them an earful at half time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
ഫക്ക്.
Messi goes short. Now this could be a chance. And now a sudden
കണ്ടന്റ്
chance to
ആക്കാൻ പ്ലാൻ
counter.
ഉണ്ടോ? കണ്ടന്റ് ആക്കാലോ എന്ന്
Oh, this
ആലോചിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
looks
നമ്മൾ
sharp.
കളി ജയിക്കണ്ടേ?
That's been cut out. Well played.
ഒറ്റ
Brazil
കളി ഇടാലോ.
are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at
എടാ,
least,
കുറച്ചുകൂടെ
because
വെയിറ്റ്
they've
വേണമായിരുന്നു.
got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter attack, and that seems to be the plan.
We expected better, and so
എടാ
did he.
ഉണ്ടിക്കലടാ.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And here's Del Piero. Knocks it out wide. Now the cross.
ഓ ആള്
Well, he
മാറി.
certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Drogba.
ഡബിൾ ടച്ച്
Well,
വരുന്നില്ലല്ലോടാ.
it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to
ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി
keep
കളിക്കുന്നു
pushing.
അവന്റെ
Well,
ഒപ്പം.
they're looking a whole
എടാ
lot more
ഇപ്പോ
urgent now.
റാങ്ക് പുഷ്
A
ചെയ്താലോ
lucky
എന്നിങ്ങനെ
break would
ആലോചിച്ചോണ്ടിരിക്കും.
certainly help their cause.
ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഞാൻ പറയാം.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
ചെങ്ങായി നല്ല കളി, നല്ല കളി,
Yaya Toure,
സൂപ്പർ.
always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. Hazard. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Zanetti. Eto'o. Eto'o!
ഓ കൈ വഴങ്ങുന്നില്ല.
And that was very necessary. Now it's Tevez. Yaya Toure. Bayer Leverkusen now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Zanetti.
എടാ അത് ഞാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച പോലെ വന്നില്ലല്ലോടാ.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
സ്വിച്ചിങ് നല്ല പാളുന്നുണ്ട്.
And he's picked it up out wide.
There will be 1 minute added time.
There'll be a minute of stoppage
എടാ നല്ല
time.
കളി, ഗുഡ് ഗെയിം ബ്രോ.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
And
Well,
just a quick
Peter,
reminder
this was
today to
probably
please drink
more
responsibly.
slugfest than
Anyone
a
appearing
game of
intoxicated
football,
or
but I
behaving
actually
in an
found it
inappropriate
very
manner will
enjoyable.
be removed.
A game
Thank you
that
very
was
much for your
constantly on the
cooperation.
edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.